I just haven't watched it yet. It's just sitting on next to my TV.
Oh.
Yeah. You know how I buy my movies.
Yeah, notorious collector.
Yeah.
We have the small horror film Wish Upon from the original director of the first Annabelle came out. Also, I haven't seen this one yet, but it's on my list to at least check out. I haven't heard the greatest things about it, but it is available to check it out if anybody's curious about it. Open Water 3 Cage Dive came out.
What?
Yeah, it looks dangerously like 47 meters down. Dangerously like it.
Dangerously.
Have you ever seen the Open Water films?
Yeah, I've seen the first one. It's the one where the couple they get left from the scuba diving team, right?
Yeah, they go on the their like honeymoon thing, and they go out. They're in like the Caribbean or something, and and they go on that little like basically kind of like a glorified snorkeling trip. And one of the dudes on the boat counts 2 extra heads while this couple's still in the water. So the team leaves them, and they're basically stranded in the ocean. And as we all know, the current kind of takes you out, and you quickly lose your senses. You don't know where you're at, what direction you need to go in.
Yeah.
So that's a great movie. The first one, at least, is very.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
The second one is about these group of people, best friends, go out into the middle of the ocean with a new yacht, and they all. This is crazy, but they all jump off with forgetting to release the ladder to get back on the boat. They all jump off. Yeah, they all jump off into the water without releasing the ladder to get back on. So the yacht's too tall to climb back aboard. So they're literally it's about it's basically a worst case scenario film about how they try to get back up on the boat, and they're left out there overnight, and things live in the ocean, and stuff goes wrong pretty quickly. Man. Yeah, so I don't know. I'd probably watch the third one. I think it was a straight to video release.
Yeah.
Open Water 3 Cage Dive, if you guys are interested. Next up is it's not a horror film. It's a comedy, a hockey comedy. Goon Part 2, The Last of the Enforcers.
Oh, I haven't seen the second one yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah,
that's out, and it's directed by Jay Baruchel and stars Sean William Scott. I'm a huge fan of the first one. I haven't seen this one yet, but I'm very, very excited to see it. I've heard good things. And then, last but not least, everybody knows about this, but Netflix and Target teamed up to release not only a new line of exclusive Stranger Things merch, but they also released the incredible deluxe version for season 1, the first physical copy ever of Stranger Things.
Yeah, I saw it the other day at Target. It looks so amazing. It just looks like a VHS tape. Yeah, it's so cool.
I caved and I bought it, dude.
You had to get it.
Yeah, the marketing, those bastards, they're great at marketing, man. Because everybody owns it already, so you're literally buying it just for the packaging.
Yeah.
But like I said, it's beautiful, totally worth it. Go pick it up. Go check out Target and all the new exclusive merch. They have like the socks and like little pens and different action figures. A bunch of great stuff. Clothing. A bunch of exclusive clothing. Go check it out.
Yeah, and definitely check that out.
For sure. And that's the end of the news bit, I believe.
Okay, sweet.
Do you want to... Should we do recommendations for this one, or do you want to skip into the movie?
Let's just jump into the movie.
that sounds good, man. Since yeah, and you still need to. Sorry to call you out like this, but I don't believe you posted our recs for the week yet.
Oh, dude, I posted it like probably 20 minutes ago.
Oh, oh, okay, all right.
I think it was like probably like 10. It was a couple minutes, I think, after your post.
Oh, the trick. Okay, yeah, I just haven't been on. I was slaving away on this in my notepad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're going to talk about a little film called Trick or Treat.
Yes.
And it's rated R. It came out in 2007. It runs at 1 hour and 22 minutes. It's got a 82 on Rotten. Pretty proud of that.
Nice.
It's starring and written by Michael Daughtry. And the synopsis for this is an incredible Halloween anthology film that tells the 5 stories that all interconnect within one small town on Halloween night. It's starring Dylan Baker, Quinn Lord, Anna Paquin of True Blood and X-Men, Brian Cox, and Brett Kelly. Brett Kelly, I think, is the kid from the original Bad Santa, if I'm correct.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah. So this is the first film in a while, or maybe ever, that we watched on our own. And
yeah, it felt a little weird.
Yeah, and then and then now we're talking about it from different areas of the city, which is kind of cool.
Technology.
Yeah, man. I don't know what we would have done without this. Met up in the morning or something, all crazy.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, I have some questions for you. They're pretty much what I ask you all the time. But do you have a favorite character or short story in this?
Well, I'm sorry. What happened? I didn't hear you.
I just asked you a question. It was, what's your favorite character or story?
My favorite character probably has to be he's a principal or a teacher?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just how he's kind of obsessed with like the lore and traditions of Halloween and properly hold a knife so he can cut someone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that's probably my favorite little character.
Were you talking about the dad?
Yeah.
With the glasses and everything, right?
Yeah, he ends up being the vampire guy.
Yes. So,
yes.
Here's our disclaimer. Disclaimer. There'll probably be a little bit of spoilers for Trick or Treat if you haven't seen it yet. It's been out for a long time. But yeah. So if you want to watch the movie and then follow along with us, turn this off and come back.
Yeah. Stop listening, but come back.
Okay. So thoughts on the film as a whole?
On the movie as a whole, I thought it was really cool how it's is it 5 stories, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah, and how they're all separate, but they all connect somehow, and the characters either cross paths at some point in the movie, or when one story ends, a new one begins. If that makes sense.
Yeah, they're interlocked, but it's very, very smooth in the writing.
Yeah,
which I like. Yeah, and it plays almost like you could be this. Maybe this sounds cheesy, but it's like you could be watching Halloween Town or something. Like some of the shots and stuff, and so it's like almost like a slightly more adult kids movie with gore.
yeah, exactly. I like that.
Yeah, I just feel like it captures the essence of Halloween like beautifully. You know what I mean? Just like,
oh yeah, definitely.
Even though the way that the trees look and the leaves and everything, just the cinematography is great in it, and they captured I feel like what Halloween what you think about in your mind when you visualize Halloween. Trick or Treat is able to project that very well.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, what was your favorite story or character?
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I'd have to say Anna Paquin, who is kind of playing, was it Little Red Riding Hood, pretty much.
Yeah.
Her story is very interesting. She's like the so-called virgin, and the story starts off with them getting their costumes in some shop, and I think they say that they're not from around the area, but they're all kind of like these princesses, and they're on their way to a party, but they don't have dates, so they're trying to get each girl a date. And supposedly Anna Paquin, who is supposedly kind of like the unexperienced one, the newbie, if you will, is having trouble getting somebody. So it's basically their little story is them trying to get her a date, and then she ends up. It turns into. This is probably the biggest twist of the film, but they're like a pack of werewolves.
I thought it was really cool. That ending.
That was amazing. And then the Marilyn Manson song underneath the conclusion. Of
that was
story.
so perfect.
Yes, and the makeup and everything, but I feel like you don't see that coming because they kind of lure you into these girls are kind of innocent and they don't know what they're doing. They're just trying to party, and something else is bad's gonna happen, and they flip the script, and the girls are the ones that are empowered and are the monsters. And
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, it's a great little story. I think just that little bit makes the movie great on its own, without everything. If you were just to watch that alone, you'd be like, oh, holy shit, this is so good, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a good question for you. So will this become a tradition for you to watch this every year, at least like one time, to get in the mood?
Would I watch it at least once a year?
Yeah, kind of like Hocus Pocus. Is going to be like your go-to, or one of your go-to movies?
Yeah, definitely, because this movie, like you said before, it kind of captures the whole essence of Halloween, if you will, and it really puts you in the spirit.
Yeah.
Have you've seen this movie already, right?
Yeah, I've seen it a few times. I didn't, for whatever reason, when it came out, I think I graduated in 2007 because I'm an old ass. But yeah, so it came out when I graduated, and it kind of slipped by me. I knew I had seen the trailer, and I was very aware of it, but it didn't get a theatrical release, so I kind of thought it might not be like what I wanted it to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because some of those movies they go straight to video for a reason, but
yeah.
But no, I watched this a few years ago for the first time, and I was pleasantly surprised at how underrated it really, really is. I mean, it has its following, but not nearly as big as it should be. Blah, can't talk tonight.
No, yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think it's, like you said, it's a really underrated Halloween movie or horror movie, and I think it deserves a lot more than its credit than it's getting.
Yeah. But we do have like some how do you call them, subculturists that I've seen like a lot of. I don't know if you noticed, but Sam, the little dude, is kind of the mascot of the movie throughout. He's very like in the background of every single story arc.
Yeah.
And that his conclusion is very cool. I feel like you don't It's a shame that you don't get to spend nearly as enough time